like to explore the various types of language. Our knowledge question is, how do various types of language work together to convey personal knowledge into shared knowledge? We are going to start exploring this in the arts and possibly take it to another area of knowledge that could be the opposite. Now, let's take a look at another clip from the play Noises Off.
The talented and beautiful actress Grace Hall is portraying the character of Belinda. Belinda is desperately trying to keep the play within a play, Nothing's On Together, between stealing whiskey out of the hands of old men and pushing fellow castmates on stage. Let's see how she does it without speaking any words at all.
What are you trying to convey in the scene, and how are you trying to convey it?
So that part might be a little difficult to comprehend for people who haven't seen the show, but basically my character is the glue that keeps the entire cast of the show Nothing's On Together. In this scene, one of the characters, Selsden, is supposed to be on stage, but he's off in the dressing rooms drinking. So I'm kind of running back and forth, trying to get him, and it's really hard to convey a lot of meaning in a scene where you're not allowed to speak, but just trying to look frantic, and there's a lot of movement going on, so you just have to really try to make sure that the audience isn't confused by all the movements that you're doing.
Actor Jacob Pierce is portraying the character of Gary, a man who is overcome by jealousy and rage towards his girlfriend, Dottie, and a man she has been seeing behind his back, both in the cast alongside him. Now let's see how he portrays his emotions to the audience without the use of verbal language.
So, what were you thinking about your body language when you were going through this hectic scene?
At this point, Gary is just angry at everything. Everything's making him angrier because, Dottie, his 80-year-old love interest, is now cheating on him, supposedly, with someone who is younger than him, and he's hurt, and he's mad, and then he goes up the stairs, and Selsden gets a bottle of alcohol from Brooke, and that makes him twice as angry. And now he's trying to shut the door. The door's making him angry. He goes out into the audience, and he goes out onto the stage, and as he's talking, he's just angry. So I'm trying to.
During this scene, Poppy, the stage manager, is supposed to be stressed out. We can see this from her body language and her facial expressions. She makes some frantic movements and mouths for the other characters to be quiet backstage because they are arguing. She begins to lean over and touch her hair to show that she is stressed out.
What were you thinking about your body language when you were going through this hectic scene?
Well, overall, I was just trying to stay natural so it doesn't look like I'm acting, really. But then I guess just the most important thing is to look stressed out and to react to what I'm seeing, and just the sort of body language things that you do when you're stressed and worried and anxious.
No. Have you ever heard of a thing called Jen's Ring? Yes.
In this clip of the play Noises Off, we have Kobe McKelvey playing the role of Lloyd, where he's actively showing his anger by repeatedly hitting actor Jamie Shad in the role of Tim. Since Kobe is playing the director of the play, he has to make careful verbal language and body language choices, since he is unlike any other character in Noises Off.
You could have Reddy's old brain. Matter of fact, you could have half each.
Okay, Kobe, in that scene that we just looked at, how did you convey what your character was feeling through your tone of voice, different types of language that you used in that scene?
I think that throughout the play, Lloyd is kind of he's a really self-centered person, and in Act 1, I think he has more of a bass in his voice, or a stern tone in his voice, and then in Act 2, when things are finally starting to boil over, he becomes more shrill, and a lot of his lines are delivered like through the nasal passage, and they're definitely delivered faster than they were in Act 1. I also think that he shuffles a lot, like his movement is more erratic than it was in Act 1.
When we explored language in the arts, we found that not only verbal, but visual, written, and body language play an important role in converting personal knowledge into shared knowledge.
So, taking what we learned about language in the arts, let's move to another area of knowledge that could quite possibly be the exact opposite of the arts: math.
Math is seen as numbers, variables, and various signs that come together to prove theories.
Some people might say that math is not creative, but the ingenuity required to create a new mathematical theory is just as great as the creativity needed to create a new piece of art.
Math is universal. Around the world, math stays the same. The numbers, variables, and various signs are all recognizable no matter what language is spoken.
However, math does have its limitations. While the numerical language stays consistent in every country, the level of proficiency expected differs from country to country.
For example, in the International Baccalaureate program in the United States of America, we are the only country that offers math studies, which is a lower level.
This limits the transition from personal to shared knowledge because even with written and verbal language, the math becomes very difficult to comprehend for those whose level is not as high as others.
The relationship between the written language of the alphabet and the written language of numbers is vital to the transmission of personal to shared knowledge.
So in math, we use numbers to transfer our personal knowledge to shared knowledge. So without numbers, none of our theories in math can be proven.
The written language is present for those who do not have as high a level of math as those who created it. The creators use written language to speak about their theories that are proven with the written numbers.
As we watch this video of a proof of the Pythagorean theorem, we can see that numbers and symbols, then graphs and pictures all help convey knowledge in math. In mathematics, we use both written and visual language. The arts and mathematics can both be considered universal languages that also tell a story. Most importantly, math is something that already exists in the world. We just needed the language to express what we have learned.
So, who knew that math and arts have so much in common?
I didn't.
I knew!
Oh, Jill. No, you didn't.